Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Okay, so in our Happy Monday spirit, we're just gonna start with a little bounce and a little shake. So we're just gonna start to bounce our heels and let everything kind of shake on the bones. So your arms are gonna get a little shake. We're just gonna sort of energize the whole body out to the edge of the skin. So give it a good bounce, give your hips a good shake, give your shoulders a good shake, and then really get that bounce going. Pop those heels. We want to start to engage the heels, the ankles, the calf muscles, the shin muscles. Shake out your arms. And then later on in class, we have 2 jumping movements. So if at any point when we get to those jumping movements, you're feeling like this is all the bounce you need, then this is all you're going to do. You're just going to bounce your heels, shake your arms, and let your whole body get a nice, good, vigorous shaking out. We got 15 seconds left. So keep shaking it, shaking it, shaking it. Shimmy out those shoulders. 5 seconds left. Just get it really grooving. And time. Nice work. Okay, now take it right into a twist and just start to tap your hips, move your back heel. So your feet are pivoting a little bit. Your hips are moving with your spine. And your arms are swinging loosely from your shoulder. Ten more seconds here. All right, now we're going to take it into some side bends. So lift one arm and then the other. Keep your feet fairly stationary at this point. Keep your hips nice and stable. Maybe there's a softness in your knees just so that you're not locking into your knees. But all these first movements we're doing, it's just to get the central nervous system on board, asking the spine to get involved. So we side bend, we twist, and we do a light bit of bouncing. And then everything feels nice and energized. Nice work. Okay, step your left foot forward, right foot back, right into some hula hoops. So nice big hip circles. Move them just as big as feels good to you. Keep that foot forward, but go in the other direction. Nice, and then switch feet and then start going the other way. Nice big hula hoop circles. All right, now take those circles and go the other way. Five seconds left. And time. Nice work. Okay, first movement we're going to do is a squat. So we're going to squat down, touch right alongside the toes, come up, touch to the inside of the foot, touch to the inside of the foot, and then right back down to that squat. So you want to make sure you reset your feet so that your feet are parallel, about hip width distance apart, toes and knees pointing fairly forward. Touch, touch, and then sit right back down and touch the floor. You're going to go as fast or as slow as feels good to you. Once you've got that rhythm down, you can pick up the pace, making sure that you're staying safe and comfortable in the knees. So we want to think about pushing our weight back, so the weight's in the heels. And then as we touch to the inside of the feet, there's a slight internal rotation of that foot. Nice work, you guys. You're already halfway there. And time. Great work. Now grab a nice heavy set of weights. We're going to come back to that squat where we touch the floor. So we're going to step our feet about hip width distance apart. We're going to squat down, touch. And as we come up, give a hammer curl. So our thumbs are going to stay facing forward, or if you like, up towards the ceiling, thumbs up, give a hammer curl, lower, and then touch the ground. We got 1 minute on the clock. Use the heaviest weights you've got. Your legs are really strong and they can handle all that weight. Not to mention, your arms are nice and strong too. And that bicep curl should be fairly easy with a good amount of weight. If at any point it feels like too much, either switch to a lower weight or leave the weight off altogether. But try to keep those elbows fairly soft in at the ribs so they're not flaring out. We pull the thumbs up to the shoulders, lower down, and touch the ground. Nice work. We got 20 seconds left. And then really see if you can really push that butt down and back as you touch the floor. So it's more of a squat than a forward bend. And time, nice job. Okay, set your weights off to the side so they're a bit out of the way. And now we're gonna take it into our jump and twist. So we're gonna jump to one side, jump to center, jump to the other side. If jumping is not in your wheelhouse this morning, it's gonna be a step, 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 but it's a nice vigorous movement. Get your arms pumping, even if you're not jumping all the way. But if a jump feels good, it doesn't have to be a giant jump. We want to get the heart rate up, a little impact to the bones and the muscles as we softly land from toe to the ball to the heel of the foot. You're already halfway there. Woo-hoo! And then if you're feeling really good, it could be a big giant jump and a big landing, but make sure that feels good to your knees, to your feet, to your ankles, and your energy level. You got 7 seconds left. And time, awesome job. Grab a light set of weights, a little working recovery now. We're gonna take it into a nice wide sumo squat. So step your feet out about 3 feet apart. We're gonna come down into our squat. We're gonna hold that squat. Give me a wrist curl for 30 seconds. So we're gonna keep the elbows in at the ribs and we're just curling up the wrists. So we're drawing the knuckles up towards the ceiling, lowering them back down. If weights in the hands is too much on your wrist, leave the weights off, but keep those elbows hugged in at the ribs. We got 10 seconds left of work here. We're gonna stay in the squat though. So don't rise back up. All right, now we're gonna bend the elbows, flip the palms, and start to draw circles with your knuckles. Go in one direction, keep the elbows fairly close at your ribs, and then switch directions with those circles. So most of the movement's coming out of the wrist, working the muscle tissue in the forearms. 5 seconds left. And time, nice work. Stay with that leg position. Now we're gonna come up and down. So we're gonna hang with those light weights, keep them at the chest, lower down, and press up. That's all you gotta do. Sink into that squat and press up. Start to pick up the pace a little bit, especially if you switched over to the light weights. Nice. And then check your knees. As you're lowering down, think about pressing the knees back and pressing them back as you rise back up. Now for this last bit, if you want to add on, pick up the heels as you come down, pick up the heels as you come up, pick up the heels when you're down, pick up the heels when you're up, just to add on a little bit of extra work if you're feeling really good here. Nice, you guys, that looks awesome. And time. Great job. Stick with those light weights. We're going to take it into some single leg work. So standing on one leg, bicep curl, turn the elbows out slightly, W lift, turn the palms in, and a chicken wing. So we're going to bicep curl, rotate out, W lift, palms in, and a chicken wing. We got 1 minute on the clock. You're taking it at your pace. If you lose your balance, set your toe down, reset, and then see if you can come right back to that single leg work. Works the core, works your standing leg ankle, your foot, the calf muscles. You can probably feel all those things I'm saying. So we got that bicep curl, that W lift, and then the chicken wing, elbows lift up. Nice. You got 16 seconds left. You got this. And time. Great job. Woo! Shake out that standing leg. Give it a little love. But you know, we got to do all that on the other side. So switch your feet and we're right back to it. Bicep curl, W lift, and a chicken wing. Lifting the elbows up. Nice. You've got 13 seconds left. You got this. Nice, Joan. That looks awesome. Yes, Karen, that looks so good. What? Helen? Yes. Good morning, Helen. You look beautiful. Nice job, you guys. All right, set your foot down. Woo, shake it all out. Now we're back to a little jumping. If you want, and you've got those light weights, you can keep your weights with you. Just make sure that they're light. You keep your elbows in nice and close to the side of the body, and you're jumping your rope. So the arms are part of the jump rope movement. If jumping is no good for you, you're just gonna pop the heels or give a little double Dutch action and alternate picking up the knees. If the weights don't feel good, but you want that jumping, you're gonna take the variation you like best. Get your heart rate back up, get that bit of bounce in. If you're using the weights, you wanna just keep a firmness in the arms, elbows hugged in, feeling that work all the way up through the top part of the arm and the forearm. You've got 10 seconds left. And time. Awesome job. Grab your theraband. Okay, if your theraband's tied up, just go ahead and untie it. Take a quick peek at it before you start your work. Make sure there's no tears or nicks or scratches. We're gonna step on to the theraband, step it so it's about shoulder width distance apart, and then crisscross your theraband just so that you have a nice firm hold. We're gonna sink into a little squat and we're gonna side step. So we're gonna maintain that squat, maintain that little bit of tightness on the theraband, and then alternate stepping one foot out and stepping the other foot in. We wanna keep that squatting position, chest is lifted. So we're working those abductors and adductors as long as you keep a bit of tension on the theraband It's going to give you feedback as you step out and as you step in. Nice work. 35 seconds left. Go as fast or as slow as you like. I would prefer that you go slow so you can really feel that engagement as you step out and as you step in. But if it's terrible and you just want to get it done, tap it out, go as fast as feels good. Either way, hopefully you're starting to feel a little burn in the side of those legs. Woo! And time. Nice work. Rise up. Move that theraband out off to the side. We're coming down onto the ground, finding a plank position. So we're going to start with a high plank or plank with fists. Step your feet back, firm up your belly, broaden your shoulders. Bring your knees down. Give me a push up. Press back up, toes to the ground. Lift the knees. Heel lift, knees down, and a push up. You're going to take it at your pace. If that push up or any of that work on the wrist is no good, just take it into elbows and forearms, or keep the knees down the whole time. Take a little bit of the weight off the wrist entirely. But if it feels safe and comfortable, we're back at that plank, knees down, push up, back to that plank, lift one leg, lift the other, bring it back down, and a push up. Nice, Mara, that looks awesome. Yes, Liz, that looks beautiful. Great job, Helen, nice. Nice, Robbie, great work. Man, you guys are amazing. Beautiful, Monday morning work, I love it. And time, awesome job. Come down onto your belly. Make sure you have plenty of space. Move any of your stuff out of the way that you need to. Arms are gonna get up and overhead. We're gonna bring our inner thighs together and kind of hug them together. Think about engaging the backs of your legs. We're gonna put thumbs up, forehead down, and we're gonna lift the thumbs up towards the ceiling and lower back down. We're using our back muscles and the whole posterior chain. Thumbs up, lift up. Think about reaching through the crown of your head as you lift, and then lower back down. You're taking that at your pace. You're moving in a way that feels comfortable. We're lifting the thumbs up towards the ceiling and lowering back down. Awesome work, you guys. So just keep that going, lifting and lowering at your pace, feeling that engagement in the back side of your body. We got 10 seconds left. And time, great work. Walk your hands in like you're coming into a Sphinx position if you do yoga. So elbows are gonna be in line with the shoulders. Forearms are down on the ground, palms facing down, and the hands are in a parallel position. Now we're gonna squeeze the inner thighs together, and we're gonna do some belly ups here. So think hollow belly. You wanna pull the abdominal muscles up away from the floor, and then relax them back down. Pull the abdominal muscles up so you almost feel the tops of your thighs lift, and then lower with control. We got 1 minute on the clock. We're working that core. So we feel the abdominal muscles pull up towards the spine, lift the tops of the thighs away from the floor, and then with control, we relax it back down. Pull the belly up and release. Once you've got that down, pull the belly up, hold, and then release again. So maybe think about counting to 3 with that hold, really firming up those abdominal muscles and releasing. You got it. Nice, Liz, that looks awesome. Absolutely beautiful. 10 seconds left. Nice work. Okay, relax your belly. We're coming down a little bit further. So you can let your hands crisscross and your forehead rest on the backs of your hands. We're going to abduct the right leg. So think about pulling your right toes over to the right corner of your mat. And then from there, we're going to start some leg lifts. So that leg is going to lift up and lower with control. Think about keeping everything else in your body nice and firm, so your whole body isn't wiggling and wobbling all over the place. There is some gentle movement, but see if you can make most of the work come out of that glute and the back side of your leg, lifting up and lowering down. Ten seconds left. And time. Awesome job. Shake out that side, but we got to do the other leg. So think about sliding that left leg out slightly, maybe pointing the toes towards that left corner of the mat. And then we're right back to it. Lifting that leg up, lowering with control, using the glutes and the back of the leg to engage, squeeze and lift. A little energy out through the toe so the leg is full of life. Nice work, Robbie. That looks great. We've got 10 seconds left. You got this. And time. Awesome job. Now we're going to take it into our elbows and forearms plank. So come back up onto those elbows and forearms, curl your toes under, draw your abdominal muscles up. You're going to walk your feet in just a little bit closer. And now we're going to shift from that low plank, pull the butt up, and then lower it back down. Lift your tush up and then lower it down. We've got 1 minute on the clock. You're working at your pace. You want to see if you can keep your shoulders and elbows in a line. So if your elbows are slightly wide, try to see if you can walk them in. But then if that's not comfortable, put them right back out. You've got 5 seconds left. You got this. And time. Nice job. Bring your knees down. We're going to come up into a high kneel position and finish with our Z sit. So find that high kneel position, reach your arms out, or use your theraband to keep a little connection right at your center and at your shoulders. You're going to keep that nice even pull. Think about pulling the pelvic floor up towards your belly button, and then keep that engagement as you lean back. Keep that engagement as you come up. So you might feel it in the tops of your thighs. You might feel it in your knees. You might feel it in the backs of your legs as you come up. So just take the time to notice, but keep pulling that pelvic floor up towards the belly button to keep a nice tight engagement in your center. Lean back with control, and then draw yourself back up. 10 seconds left. You got this. Nice work. Woo, relax your arms down. Step your right foot forward. So you're going to come into a little 90-90 lunge here. Keep your right hand on your hip. Reach your left hand up. Think about pushing down into your left knee. Lift through the left fingers and then lean over to the right. Find a nice side bend. Awesome. Lift back up. Fingers are going to touch the ground. And then we're going to slide that foot back in